What's going on, everyone? Jared the Star here. Today we got an update regarding the KSOO situation with his father, who actually is going to be snitching on him on trial. Now his father went to Instagram to say, if it was me and my daddy, shocker, rest in peace, in a situation like this, I would have been with my daddy a long time ago, no matter what consequences would have been. No justification needed, especially if he's a good, great daddy, that part. He could do more for me out of jail than in jail and prison. Who leave their daddy in jail to rot? Especially when you know he's innocent. I could have been stood up and said my daddy ain't got a effing thing to do with nothing. You had words and B words L in that world, talk that talk, walk that walk until it's time to walk that walk, facing that life sentence. Free good, hashtag great dad. Yeah, I know you'll never do. Now, this is a bit controversial regarding the whole thing going on because as we all know that these guys are both considered street dudes and snitching is one of the things that are on the top of the list of the no-nos. You could be a solidified guy in the street, solidified guy in the community, but the moment you snitch, you're basically being disbarred from all credibility, regardless of all the good that you have done. It's just an unwritten rule that people in the street life go by, and for you to overtake it or change it when it comes to what's better for you, like I said, I'll make the rules, but it's just not gonna work. Now, this is a bit iffy because I've seen two narratives regarding this whole situation, and the first narrative was how that Abdul Robinson Sr. was basically with Queso when he committed a crime, and that he basically got caught and flipped on him. And although this is uneasy to understand, the second one does seem to be more believable. The second one says that Queso got into a situation where he committed a crime, and he basically, the cops were on him, and he left, and he crashed the car, and he basically hid in this new house that he found, and called his dad to come pick him up. And that's why his dad got hit with accessory after the fact, because he wasn't involved in the crime, but he did help him escape, which shows that he was accessory to the crime, which will allow him to successfully complete it. Now, this is kind of crazy to me because I feel like when it comes to the crime, you really feel like your son would kind of like be smarter with it and not try to drag you in, because I'm not sure if he knew fully aware that what his son was doing. His son probably said, hey, come pick me up here, I need to come home. Or I don't know what was said, but he probably didn't know all that stuff that really popped off. But regardless, he is a father, so I'm pretty sure he'll come regardless. And that's why many people are trying to give him sympathy, because they feel like if he didn't know what really happened, or if he's just trying to bail his son out, he can't really be getting that much heat. But like I said, the street code is the street code, and you snitching on your own son, regardless of any of the circumstances, is always going to be a no-no. I've seen big names people react to this, such as 50 Cent, Boosie, and people are just like, wow, it really be your own. It really be your own. You could just really be your own flesh and bloodline is ready to snitch on you. And I remember I seen Boosie Badass talking about it. He said, please don't do this, bro. Don't start this way, please. You gave him life. Don't take his life. And then people you're telling are laughing for you over dinner. We can hear them already. We making that nigga turn on his own flesh and blood. Ha ha. Go look at your son's baby pictures. Think about the good times. Think about your grandchildren before you make this decision. Don't be selfish, my nigga. Make the people who do their job trust in God. Somebody get this Queso, dad. Man, this is kind of crazy to believe because I feel like this is the first time this has ever happened. Because the way I've seen older people in the hip hop industry talk about it, it doesn't seem like this is new. Like, this is just a one-of-one situation, a one-of-one scenario where Queso is basically going to be done wrong by his pops, man. Um, I don't know how he feels about this, but he's going to maintain his innocence, of course, until the trial. But I don't know how you're going to maintain innocence when someone who was literally right there with you and was a part of the crime is going to be telling them everything that you did and going to get you more time. So I don't know how that's going to work. Queso's whole family's in jail, basically. Him, his brother, his dad. His dad's probably going to get out of jail real soon for basically snitching on him. And like I said, I'm not no street police. I'm just basically talking about the information and giving the reals. Like, it's what I'm here to do, break down this information and give it to you raw and how it is, man. Like, I don't really know what to say about this. This is just kind of a developing story because it's probably going to take them a little bit of time to get the trial and get this developed. But with an accessory, you're probably facing like maybe 4 or 5 years. So even if he were not to say anything, he wouldn't get any crazy time. He didn't pull any trigger. He wasn't responsible for anyone's loss of life. He didn't really do anything that really had a large contribution to the fatal or basically demonizing, like, taking away the well-being of someone else. So I'm not really sure what they hit him with that made him want to flip on his own son like that. But with that being said, man, appreciate you guys for watching the video. If you like the content, like the video, comment what you want to see next, and subscribe for more. DSG, I'm gone.